Hi, this is Géza Csákfari from Budapest, Hungary. I work for the biggest daily here. And as a film critic, I was taking the film really seriously. And I liked it very much, the idea that both Deadpool and both Wolverine has weaknesses, and their strength comes from their weaknesses. So was it the deliberate idea to change this godlike superhero image of Marvel?
Um, well, yeah, I mean, what's great about Deadpool and Wolverine both entering the MCU is that there's a tremendous amount of energy focused on expectation and anticipation. These two guys are going to be in the MCU. We're going to see these guys interact with those guys. Like that's a crazy thing. So it gives us a huge opportunity to subvert that expectation. And instead of looking forward, we're looking back at a bygone era. I always think that in the writing process, you write what is, not necessarily what you want it to be. So, what I felt what is that the movie had to be about the themes had to be redemption, like that was right away a given. And I look at movies in a way that maybe you do too as a critic, which is that they're not just a story. The ones that really last or stay with me at least are a feeling, or a place, and I want to go back to that place and that feeling. And so I was thinking a lot about what is I cannot be responsible for how they feel when they walk into the movie theater, but my job is to make sure that they feel a certain way as they walk out. And it's that I want them to feel a little bit better or a lot better when they came in. And you can't do that with just comedy. Comedy is it turns into a slightly empty mechanism without its, extremely important counterpart, heart and warmth and drama. And so when I write the movies, this one in particular, I start with just a drama. I don't even get to the comedy till much later, and I care for Wolverine in a way like I would care for myself. So
That's really interesting. And both Deadpool, both Wolverine has several versions in this film. Which is your favorite version, and was it enjoyable to kill one of yourself?
well, I have a theme of that. I think I always kill myself in some way. And in fact, all three Deadpool movies, nobody's ever asked that, by the way, but I have actually, in every one of them, I kill a version of myself. And I think that to me is very important. There's a few little runners in always nods to planes, trains, and automobiles in John Candy. And there's the theme that I do end up killing myself at some point. But I loved killing Nice Pool because Nice Pool's, as much as he projected that he was wonderful. He was a terrible human being. And I like that Deadpool gets to lean into that anti-hero thing and like gets to lean into his like childlike desires. I want that. Be it Nice Pool's guns, his gold-plated guns, or his dog that like really should be with Wade because the dog and Wade look the same. I like sort of acting out envy in that way, because it's a very normal human feeling and it's something that is actually easy to play. And Deadpool's a guy that can kind of get away with it because his coping mechanism against shame is actually the same, is actually Wolverine and Deadpool are the same. They both live in and chew and blow bubbles with shame all day long. My maladaptive coping mechanism is deflection and humor. His is violence, but there's more similarities than not. And those are incredibly interesting things to play with. And then the most interesting thing is to get to work with someone of Hugh Jackman's caliber. He's been one of my best friends for 17 years, but to work with him like this was one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Thank you so much for your great answers.
Thank you, Gaze. I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Nice. I was just in Budapest and I had such a nice time walking around the city, and it's been my fourth time visiting, and I loved it.